Well, gathering materials, particularly steel and the plasteel, are pretty important if we want to get off this planet. So I set the guys up here to get mining, and I put a campfire here, and that's helping a bit. You can see he's tired but not cold, and he was cold a second ago, but we had Megumi out here. In fact, you can see it's freezing. And let's see, what's Megumi going to do? She's basically just gathering the steel, so not around the heat enough. But we had, I think it was Weem was over here mining away, and he was freezing until he got there and started working a bit. So that was pretty cool. Looks like we do have some visitors coming through, which is fine. The acrobatics community, or whoever they were, pretty sure it was something like that. They are neighbors, so they continue to pass through. Fine with me as long as they don't go after my food. That said, we do have quite a bit of food. We pulled in a lot of potatoes. Looks like they went fast, but we do have a lot of other meat and everything, so we are doing quite well. Quite well indeed. We have 284 steel. Now I want to actually jump in here really quick and look once again. Let's see. We're looking at ship in the reactor, 500 and 500. So another thing I did was I've set up the smelter again down here. Now I had it up here and we took it out. I was going to move it, but I thought, you know what, everything is down here, at least some of the slag. I even have some slag here and here. So really I probably should have just left it there, but that's okay. We'll put it right back down here. This will be near this exit. We're not doing anything out here anyway, so that'll be just fine. Let's see what do we have here. And we have an inventor walking through. Now, normally I would be looking at capturing this person, but I think we're doing pretty well right now. Don't want to start any trouble with our neighbors next door, especially so close to hopefully getting a ship built and everything. So I think we're going to go ahead and play it peaceful from here out. Now, additionally, when it comes to research, because a lot of the stuff was researched already for the ship stuff, I thought, you know what, let's go with the bed. A number of you said, hey, make a hospital bed, a real hospital bed. And I think that could be kind of cool. Some of the other stuff might be fun, colored lights. The fertilizer stuff might be nice to do farming indoors, but we're coming out of the coldest part. It's only going to get kind of warmer as we go. And food is resolved, it seems like. I shouldn't say that, right? Fingers crossed. But anyway, I think we're going to be good there. So for research, I just went ahead and went with a hospital bed because that could be used anytime. I could have any issue come up at any moment, and that hospital bed could really come in handy. It's kind of an upgraded thing, if I recall correctly. So anyway, we're going to get that thing researched. Then we'll probably put one down, maybe one of these rooms, and then take the other bed out, replace it. Maybe we'll leave both for a bit. Who knows? But anyway, yeah, here come our visitors. Coming in from the south, wanting to shortcut through our area. It's kind of like the Panama Canal here. We want to... I could set up a toll and everything. You can't pass through here. Or it could be like the Fellowship. They're passing through the mines of Moria. Anyway, enough of the nerdy Lord of the Rings talk. Let's see here. Everybody's crashing at the moment. But, man, I really want to get that... Really want to get that ship going. I think... What is the plasteel at? Okay. So I think... Oh, no. 400 steel. Oh, we're just short on that. Okay. And we do have the computer core, but we are missing the persona core. So there it is. We're close. Just these 3 parts. That's all. 800 steel. No big deal. Not a problem at all. That would be 1,300. So we're looking at 1,700 steel we need. Currently at 369. Once again, if a ship passes by, maybe we can buy some. But in the meantime, we're going to do everything we can to gather our own material. And in fact, let's jump in here really quick and add a bill to create metal from slag. And I probably can infinitely do this. We really need this, and there's not a ton of slag. I've got 2, 4 here, and I think there might be some other... Yeah, maybe not up here. Now, it may mean that people have to start venturing pretty far to get that. I'll try to keep an eye and make sure that people aren't going crazy for it. But we can at least make use of what we have here. We're doing everything we can to get steel so we can get off this cursed planet. Okay, Vortac just finished doing 1 slag here into steel. Only made 8. That was it, huh? That's it, Vortac, and now you're going to go wander away for a meal. He put out his 8 pieces of steel, and that was all that is required of him, apparently. So anyway, we'll let him go ahead and get his meal. So lazy, that Vortex. Anyway, like I said, this material's laying around. We need to get that cranked out. We need as much steel as we can gather. So we're currently at 377. Let's check on the mining operation here. It looks like they've been going, I don't know what Wang's doing all the way out here. Get back to work. But it looks like we've been going in here pretty well. Let me set up new orders, right? Because it looks like they've already got through. Maybe that's what he was waiting for. He's like, get the orders in here, man. Let's mine more of this out. I'm only guessing there's more in here. We'll have to keep an eye as they dig through. I don't want them to dig in here if there's no steel, but we'll keep an eye on that. Well, the lights are going out. We just had a solar flare kick in. You can see the intense radiation will shut down all electrical devices, rather. That is not good. That is definitely not a good thing. Once again, we're going to have some very cold sleeping situations. I can only hope that it doesn't last very long. I think, let's see. It doesn't say. I thought it said before. It could be, maybe, was it something else? There's some kind of event that has a very short timeline. It says usually lasts a day or two. And I am completely blanking on what it is. But everybody's kind of heading to bed right now to get some sleep in their cold rooms, or they're soon to be. You see the temperature dropping in here, 59, it dropped from 60. Very cold room for Megumi, but we do have the structural beams started, and I think ship. So you can see that we have the steel we need for either of these parts, but we also have the plasteel needed. So I think I'll set down an order for the engine here. I could rotate this and kind of put it here. I don't know. I don't know that it matters. It can't be centered here, which makes me think that wasn't the plan, but again, I don't know that it matters. I think I'm just going to go ahead and do this a bit sideways here, get that started. I did bring some power out here because I'm not entirely sure if that's, required. It seems like that is the case, but anyway, we will find out. If I jump in here to the power conduit, once again, you can see that that's got power there. It could be powered by the dealio, the name of the thing, the reactor. There we go. But I thought I would just get some of this out just in case. I would kind of string it out here, and then who knows, maybe you need that to trigger a start. Probably not. Probably not, but we're going to do that anyway just to be sure. Then we don't have to wait for that when the time comes, if that happened to be the case. But steel is coming in pretty well now. These are only stacks of 35, I noticed, but they are definitely coming in. Actually, you know what? Let's ooh, very cool. Looks like we've got plenty more to get out of here. A couple more over here. So what are we at? 625. We're obviously going to use some to build the engine, but at least we've got that started here. And I think that do we only have the? Looks like we got some more coming out of here. So I'm not sure who was working on this. I know Vortex started, but it may be Felix or somebody else was down here working on turning that slag into more steel, but that is the focus. That's the focus right now. I've got I've got my blinders on now, very, very centered on getting a ship made. I definitely want to check that out. And the solar flare has lifted. You can see we've got lights kind of flickering back on as power returns to all of our devices. It's very cool. Really, that didn't last very long. I would say that probably was about a day or so. And we got a little bit more mining done in here, and it looks like we still have plenty more to go. Man, this is yielding a lot of steel. I definitely like that. Looks like we can cancel that guy. Maybe, maybe that was a legitimate source. Let's see here. Nope. Just granite. We don't need granite. It's ridiculous. Okay, cool. So I think, what do we have? 724. Another 100. Trying to think about how much we'll have. Maybe there's going to be 900, a little over 1,000 when all is said and done. So I don't think that's going to be enough, even if they've already accounted for the other stuff there. Let's see, ship. So we needed 500 for the reactor, 800 for the steel. Yeah, okay, so 1,300. We're going to need a little bit more, but we're definitely getting close. We could use certainly some more plasteel and get some visitors coming in, but we could use some more plasteel, and I don't really have a lot here, but it's probably something I should start digging into. Again, we can potentially buy some, but let's go ahead and Jump into structure. We don't want steel. Sandstone blocks. Oh, I don't have enough of that, right? I was like, oh, it's showing me because I have the materials. No, that's not how that works, Weem. So if I put a block of wood there, then I can mine this stuff out. I can also put one here in preparation, and then we can go ahead and get into the rest of this. Let's see if we mine out this wall. Sorry, Felix. We're going to take down the wall to your room temporarily. And these ones as well. Fortunately, this is just a hospital bed, so no big deal there. And for prisoners, no less. So anyway, we're going to mine up all of this and continue with the steel up here as much as I can find. I think there's more. There certainly is more around, but it's farther away. So right now, I guess I'm just trying to clear out all the steel I can get here and hope that by the time I run out, we have some kind of merchant roll through that's willing to sell off some more. But so far, we haven't had luck with the people who've been passing through. Haven't had any. So anyway, we'll have to keep our fingers crossed and see how it goes. So I noticed Fohamner was wandering off, getting slag and bringing it back here. He had kind of gone all the way around into this area. You can see we've got some slag nearby. So basically, I switched the station over to just do the one. So he finishes up what he's doing. I don't want him going that far. I think we're going to be okay on steel. So there's no sense in doing that. The other thing, too, is that we found some loose. Where was it? I can't quite recall. Let's see. I thought it was somewhat nearby. Here we go. We've got some laying around here, including some silver. I also found some down in the southern area of the map, so I went ahead and freed those up so that our guys would go scoop those. And that will definitely help get us closer to our number. I think probably that combined with whatever we get from here, we should be good, which is another reason I set this to just be one. I think we're going to be okay. And then we'll have to take a look at the plasteel as that gets broken down. You can see Robin kind of chipping away here, and let's see, what do we have? 280 plasteel. Now that's something that I haven't paid attention to as much. I was looking at the regular steel. So we need, we got that guy down. So we need 500. Actually, I guess we just need the 500. So we're a little past halfway there. We may get close to that. Yeah, actually we should be okay with what we have in here. So not bad. We may not need to buy any of that stuff at all, which would be awesome. Be very, very cool. Now I could be mining the gold as well, but we do have a good chunk of silver, so I don't know. That said, we could certainly use more and trade it with a merchant that comes through. If they don't have the AI core, at least we could swap things around. I guess I'm a little bit nervous that somebody will want gold and not silver, and then I'd be in kind of a bad spot. But anyway, work continues. Work continues on the ship. Well, we've had a couple back-to-back events, but neither of them have been that big of a deal. The first one we actually had alpha beavers show up, so whoop, that's not going to be good. But we did have alpha beavers show up, and they are eating away at the woods. I'm not too concerned about that because, well, there's a lot of wood, and hopefully we can get off this planet soon. Now, I was thinking that they were confined to the area up here, but of course there is an opening here, so I suppose they can squeak through, and it's probably something we should be taking care of. The next thing is that we had a mysterious blight destroy our crops. Not a big deal. These weren't quite ready to harvest anyway. I had just grabbed them, so anyway, not a big loss there, but it looks like we have a crazy mad alpha beaver now that we're going to have to keep an eye on. So he's probably going to make his way down here and go after us. Let's see. I thought they were kind of, it's probably this guy here. He's broken, as you can see in the description. Psychotic rampage. Excellent. Melee attacking Megumi. He can't even see Megumi, but he's like honed in. I'm on a mission. Where's Sarah Connor? Megumi, but anyway, coming in Terminator style. Now we do have the gun here. Let's see, Fohamner, we're going to go ahead and put you on duty. Kind of set you back here. Megumi is armed as well. We're going to grab her because she's right here. And the beaver's coming after her anyway, so you might as well get in here. Alright, take it out. Take it out, Fohamner. Nice shot. Get rid of this crazy beaver. Beaver gone mad. Megumi completely missed. There we go. Excellent. Now we'll check. Yep, Alpha Beaver is dead. Cool. So we'll clear that up. Let Fohammer get back to what he was doing. Let Megumi do her thing. Problem solved. Well, we're pretty close to the plasteel that we need. We need 500. We're at 490. Looks like the stack that was here just got moved over. We do have, obviously, 6 more walls to break down, so that should not be a problem. If we jump in here and look at the reactor, that's what needs 500. We're 10 away. Shouldn't be a problem. Vortac is chipping away at that stuff right now, so very cool. And let's see, as far as steel goes, we have 1100, so not bad. Obviously, we're going to use 13, we said, so we're just 200 away. And by the time we mine this, that should do it. At 35 each, we only need 6 of those, so yeah, definitely in good shape. We're going to have this thing built in no time, and then we just need that AI core. So I'm hoping that we get an event here sometime soon. We need a trade ship to fly by and hope that we can find that AI core. Apparently another way to get it, if I recall correctly, was that there's an event where you get attacked by these droids, and then you have to, basically they are the droids we'll be looking for, I guess. Oh man, you'll have to forgive me, I had to go nerdy there. But basically, if that happens, apparently you can break those down. I think there's a chance to get that or something with those. It might be some kind of table you have to use. Was it... Which one was it? It may actually be something I have to research. Right now I'm doing the fertilizer pump just in case we're here for longer than I'm hoping. It might be machining. Disassemble dead... Yeah, the dead mechanoids. That's what they are. So anyway, that might be what we need if we don't find it by trade. We have to maybe wait for an event for them to come down. I've been told that being able to buy from the merchants was kind of a direct result of you maybe not getting the event. So in the case you don't get the event, there's at least a possibility you can buy it from somebody. So, and vice versa. So you kind of got 2 different ways to get it. I'm kind of hoping we can buy it because that would just be the easier way. we could definitely get taken out by these droids, so purchasing it makes things a whole lot easier. Well, looks like we had an escape pod crash nearby. Let's actually jump to that. Let's see. Here's... This person just fell out of the sky, and Felix comes walking by and just steps right over their head. Oh, excuse me, coming through. Nice. So this is actually way down to the south. It looks like Felix has been coming down here gathering materials. Looks like he's carrying steel. There was some laying down around here that I freed up. I could free up this, in fact. That steel. But again, I think we're going to have enough. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and lock this one down here. I don't want him coming all the way down here when I think we're actually going to be set. Now, I could scoop this person up. Let's go ahead and pause this. I think that might not be a bad idea. Obviously, we're going to have to make sure, it looks like Fohamner's down here as well, that we have the prisoner bed set up. I know we've kind of dug into this guy a bit, and we are about to take these walls down. So, if we come down, Fohamner's actually using this bed. All of the beds are being used. I think we're going to have to switch the medical bed out. Set it for prisoners, non-medical, and this one will just switch to colonist. Medical, that's fine if they don't have their walls up. And who do we want? Weem is researching. You know what? Weem's going to do it. You're on it, Weem. Get down here. Capture this guy. We'll get them up there. Kind of add some help. Well, probably by the time, hopefully by the time we would actually convince them to join, we'll be ready to take off. But, you know, never know. You got to plan for the worst. We may be here for much longer than I'm anticipating. So, plan for the worst. Okay, looks like we had some cargo pods crash nearby. We're going to jump out there. Oh, nice. They just decided to land here. Okay, that works. So, agave fruit, look at that. So we just got a bunch of food land right in our stockpile. Man, that's like the 3-pointer from space. The long shot. Very cool, we'll take that. So, anyway, I was kind of hoping that, you know, maybe this is it. Maybe our delivery of the AI core has arrived. Almost like a FedEx shipment sitting here waiting for. But Anyway, do have the reactor started. We had the materials to get that going, so I've put that down. That's going to take a bunch of work. They're still bringing materials. You can see we're at 0,500 for the plasteel with 833 work left. So anyway, that's the thing. I've also got Weem on the machining so that we can disassemble the dead mechanoids, just in case that's a route we have to go. I figured that should be the next thing we research. And let's see, while we're at this, let's go ahead and set up some mining for more steel. I don't want to make just enough because, once again, anything could delay us. I may not know about something and we may be here for a while, and hate to have kind of not accounted for being here longer than expected. So we got to keep things going as if nothing has changed. What I do need to do is kind of wrap up the structure in here. Can't remember whose room that is, but they're going to want walls back up. And we might as well finish up walls there as well, and maybe one in the corner so Vortak doesn't have a hole in the corner of his room. He has a whole complete room like everybody else. So, yeah, here we are. Once again, night has descended. We're trying to wrap things up. It looks like Dixon's actually bringing the food in, which is good. Felix is actually doing the same thing. So I didn't really think we would get to this point where we just had a lot of food going on, but here it is. We were doing quite well in that department. Now, if only steel would suddenly start falling down around, or rather an AI core, not steel. We have steel. What am I thinking?